Welcome back, everybody. Jared Bob Jones is on the phone here. Straight out of Baltimore. And this is it. This is the moment you've all been waiting for.
This is the end?
Yeah, well, no, there's no way.
I saw a graphic of the Earth being, like, imploding.
Oh, really?
And I was really kind of bummed out that it didn't happen to us.
Yeah, so you mean 2021? What's about to happen?
Wait, we're going to be that lucky?
I don't know.
This will be finally 2021 will be my year. Yeah. Finally.
No, that's actually 2 years from now. It's gonna be 2023.
Fuck me.
So this is it. This is our celebrity death pool episode. Shout out to Sexy Chris for sending us his list. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was, which inspired me to get my shit together and get the list going, and then actually, get us on this this episode right now. So I'm trying to decide. Yeah, you know what? Let me just hop into a couple. We'll do a couple quick hitters, and then we'll get into the death pool, because I don't know exactly how long that's going to take. Or do you want to lead with the death pool and then go into random shit? What do you guys want?
Let's give the people what they want.
People what they came here for. All right, I like that. I like that about you. So we'll start with the death pool stuff. Okay. Should I run through Chris's first? Yeah, he's not here. He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
So he's just listening in his car right now, being like, all right, here we go. Sexy Chris, his list. And I actually wrote them down in a note because I also fucked up because I should have went back and listened to last year's episode before this, so I would have been prepared to see who we actually did last year. The only person I know we got was RBG. And Jones, I think she was you, right?
Yep, that's me. I'll take victory lap. Let's go.
Yeah.
I would say I'm way too big of a loser to actually pick one right.
Yeah. So we got that up. We got a little audio problem going on. We're good here now. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if that's coming through on the recording end, but I can hear it in my headphones. So
I can too.
Hopefully it goes away. So without further ado, Sexy Chris, his lineup. I don't know if this is in any particular order, but I got number 1, Willie Nelson, which, I mean, he's old as fuck, and he did.
He took mine.
He did a lot of drugs.
He took one of mine. God damn it.
That's all right. We get time here if you want to try and look for a new guy. So he's got Willie Nelson. He's also got one that's going to upset you potentially, Jones, is Ric Flair is his next one, which also kind of makes sense. He's getting up there, and he did copious amounts of drugs and steroids back in the day. So
no, I was a Sting guy. Fuck Ric Flair until he dies. I don't care.
And now they get fun. So he has one of the Rolling Stones, which is kind of a cheat. It's a cop-out, Chris.
You just picked one.
You just said one of the Rolling Stones, which I'll allow it, but we all know British motherfuckers don't die, so probably won't happen. Or it will. Who knows? Maybe he's right. You know what? Because everyone on his list will die. He's the only one that will actually get them all right, and we all suck.
Yes.
So he's got one of the Rolling Stones, and now he's got Ghislaine Maxwell on there too. So I like that pick. It's like we're breaking down a draft here. I like that pick a lot. I think it's got a lot of value. I think she's flown under the radar in 2020. I think she's primed to peak in 2021. So I think that's a solid pick there. That could be the Tom Brady in the 6th round pick. And then his 5th pick is Bill Clinton. He's got Bill Clinton on there.
Connection.
Yeah.
Between Maxwell Clinton?
Yeah, between Maxwell and Clinton. Maybe Hillary offs them both. She's sick of both of them. But I will say, though, I have noticed, I've seen pictures of old Billy Boy lately. He doesn't look good. He looks like sickly, I guess is a good way to put it. Like he's like very, very thin, and like his facial structure he looks gaunt. That is a good way to put it. So old Billy Boy's not looking too hot lately, so I don't know what's going on with that.
He's also got to be pretty old,
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
74.
He's also 74.
Yeah. He's the same age as Donnie Boy. We got Billy Boy, Donnie Boy. Same age, 74. And then we got Sleepy Joe, who's the fucking oldest man in the world. All right. So that is the rundown from Sexy Chris. Thank you for your submission. Jones, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So I'll start off with my first one. It's a politician, and it's someone that I know somewhat of. It's Jim Einhoff from Oklahoma. He's a senator. He's 85 years old, and he looks like death. His face honestly looks like a catcher's mitt.
That's good, right?
I'm not even being sarcastic.
It's like Emperor Palpatine.
He's been a senator since 1994, which is a whole other discussion about term limits.
Yes,
but I won't get into that.
Yeah, there absolutely needs to be term limits. Well, look at fucking Sleepy Joe. He's been in for 40 years. When is that? 1980? Right? 1981? Somewhere around 1980 is when Joe Biden got into fucking politics.
It's got to be longer than that. Dude, he was talking about like busing and shit.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, he's probably been
closer to 50 years.
He's been a senator for 40 years, I think.
Yeah, so he's probably been in the political game since at least the 70s.
Yeah, so he's been a politician probably since the 60s, since he was fucking 23 years old.
Right.
He was born in the 40s.
1860s?
Dude, he's 78 years old. He was born in the 40s.
So Bill Clinton's younger than him?
Yes.
So Bill Clinton, who hasn't been president in 21 years, is still younger than our current president by 4 years.
Correct. Yeah. How old is Jimmy Carter? Is he younger than him? that would be awesome.
I got him.
Oh.
He's like 97, dude. So spoiler, Jimmy Carter's one of mine.
All right. Well, let's continue on there. You got Jim Einhoff.
Yeah, he can go fuck off. Also, an interesting fact I found out about Willie Nelson today. He's 83 years old, and he's been writing. He wrote his first song in the Depression. He was 7 years old.
What? That is insane.
Like can you imagine? Like you've been writing songs since the fucking Great Depression.
When was the Great Depression in the 30s?
I think it started in 1929.
Yeah.
It might have ended. Actually, that one actually lasted a while.
It lasted until 1948-ish.
Yeah, it was right after. Well, World War II is what ended it.
In 45.
Yeah.
No.
But I mean,
1929 to 1933.
Okay, 29 to 33.
Can you imagine you wrote your first song at 7 years old in the Great Depression?
Yeah. Wow.
And you're still fucking alive? Like, why are you on this planet still?
Yeah, man. It's all the weed he smokes, dude. It's all the CBD, man.
That's crazy. It's crazy to think because my grandfather was born during the Great Depression. He was not 7 writing songs.
Yeah.
He was born, and he died 4 fucking years ago.
Yep.
5 years ago.
Both my grandparents were born a wicked long fucking time ago, but my grandmother was born in 1921. And she has been dead for 6 years now.
Yeah, and she died of COVID 6 years ago, right?
Yeah. That's right.
It's already been established. She died of COVID.
One of my many drunk ramblings.
And then my last two, Jared, I think you already called this one, Betty White.
Aha.
Bitch is 98.
She old.
Yeah, we picked her last year too.
Yeah, I think we did it. So I had her on my list last year, or we had her on our list last year. But I took her off. Oh no, I'm sorry. I fucked that up. I had her on my list for this year, this afternoon. But then I remembered that I think we did her last year, so I took her off my list and picked someone else. Sorry, I'm half retarded.
I'm 75% retarded, and I have another one in case.
All right, who you got?
And I have Norman Lloyd, who apparently was in the Dead Poets Society. He's 105.
Norman Lloyd?
Yeah.
That is
Get off the planet.
That's quite the name. Yeah, with a name like Norman Lloyd, like you definitely were not born in this century.
He has a firsty.
Yeah. I don't trust people with two first names.
Nope. Luckily, it's not firsty, girly. That's a real problem. Like Tracy Shannon. It's a problem.
Yeah, big problem.
Guy named Tracy Shannon cannot be trusted.
But, like, can you imagine being 105 and still being on this planet?
No.
Dude, if I have to live past fucking 75, if something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, it is not ideal. So, all right. So we got Chris's is in, Jones is in. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so my first one is Joe Biden. They're going to kill him.
Yeah. So I had it. This is why I said I made a longer list. I did have him on my list because I was going to double down on my prediction from fucking whenever that was, September.
Yeah.
But
so, I mean, I owe it to the show.
I will leave him off my list.
They're going
now.
to kill Biden.
Yeah.
Next, and this one's going to be a bummer, but Mike Ditka. It's been a while since he's been on TV, and even when he was on TV, he has fucking lost it.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but he is older than his age.
Yeah.
So, Mike Ditka.
That is a bummer.
Then I also went Britney Spears.
All right. I thought about putting her on my list.
She started kind of going off the deep end again.
Yeah. She's
And,
been posting videos. And then hashtag Save Britney has been trending.
Yeah, so so she's gonna die next year. And my last is Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, who has since gone missing.
Yeah. Well, did you see something came out today? He's what did they say? He is laying low after the shit he said about the Chinese government. Jones, did you hear about that at all?
I did not.
Apparently, was this like in October?
Something like it was in the fall.
Jack Ma, who is the founder, CEO, whatever, of Alibaba, which is the Chinese Amazon.
Yeah.
He had said some comments that were, what's like,
Almost like
derogatory.
It was
or,
almost like condemning.
Yeah, he like
the
condemned the
government.
Chinese government for like not allowing capitalism or something like that. And recently it came out that no one knows where he is. Like he
What
hasn't.
is it, Rockets GM now?
Yeah, yeah, James Harden. Oh yeah, no, was it the GM too?
What was the
Yeah, that came out around fall of last year too. I forget his name. Like off the top of my head, I forget his name.
Yeah, no, that's
But
right.
he had like a whole thing about like they were raging about capitalism should be in China and all this stuff, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and James Harden was missing. He was in a strip club somewhere. But yeah, no, he said that. But then I saw something that came out today that I don't know if I didn't actually read it. I just saw the headline, and it said Jack Ma is actually laying low. He's not, in fact, missing. So I don't know if someone has actually made contact with him, or that's just like a headline that was just released with no actual information to back it up. But I like that
Or
one.
it could be he's laying low, as in low in the dirt.
Yeah. I like that. Dats went all like sneaky picks. Like those are all pretty good. Like,
Well, because I went to the list of like who are the old fucks in the world, and I don't know who any of them are.
yeah, like well, one of them is he was on my list. Yeah, fuck it. I'll leave that. All right, so I'll go. I'll start with my number one.
Just not to interrupt you, but Dick is 81, so he's pretty fucking old.
Yeah, and he's a former football player, so he's probably more like fucking 90.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he played football in like what, the 60s, in the 70s.
We coached in 85
Yeah, so he probably played in the 60s,
ish.
and they definitely did not give a fuck about anything back then.
Tore it all.
Yeah.
Concussions were a myth.
Yeah, they're still using leather helmets. All right, so, well, actually, before I go, there's a couple people on the list that I didn't want to actually say. One, because it would be a huge bummer, and two, because I think it's like the low-hanging fruit. But I do think we have to mention Ozzy Osbourne.
He was the original.
I think, unfortunately, he goes down this year. But he has Parkinson's or ALS or one of those. He's got Parkinson's. He was just diagnosed with some neurological disorder.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's gonna be long.
I think he was the original. He was like one of the originals.
No, he was the original.
He was the one that inspired the show theme.
Yeah.
And he will break the rule that British motherfuckers don't die, but fucking A, if Parkinson's isn't a
Not
bitch.
from nothing. Keith Moon died a very long time
Yeah.
ago.
And the other one that I really wanted to put on my list, but I am not. I'm just saying he's like an honorable mention. I am not doing this, but William Daniels.
I don't even know who that is.
It's Mr. Feeney
Oh.
from Boy Meets World. He's old as fuck. I saw a picture of him today, and I was like, oh no, that is not good. But I just didn't have the balls to put him on the list. So
Should have told me I'd put him on the list. I have no fucking allegiance to Boy Meets World.
he's
No-
Mr. Feeney.
Yeah, I have no allegiance to that show or anything about it.
Same.
All right. Well, you want me to add him to your list?
No.
Okay.
I already made my list.
And then the obvious ones that aren't any fun are Queen Elizabeth, Prince Philip,
Yeah.
and Bob Barker.
Yeah.
Because the three of them are just
They're just old.
Those are just retreads. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. But it comes up sometimes. Like if someone's like, "Oh, how come you didn't put Bob Barker on there? How come you didn't put Prince Philip?" It's like, well, I think we did Prince Philip last year and the year before, so we're 0 for 2 on that one.
Yeah, we keep
So-
saving them.
So you know what? We're not going to put him on the list this year,
And
and
he'll
then
die this year.
he'll die this year. All right. So anyway,
Can I add one into Sexy Chris's category because he did Ric Flair? Can I do a wrestler too?
yeah, sure.
Can I just say Hulk Hogan because I've never liked him?
Yeah, all right. I put him on your list.
Because he's 67 and he's been through some shit too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He's
he's been through
67
some
going
shit.
on 92.
Exactly.
And Sting just came back and he's 61. Sting came back to AEW.
I saw
and
that
he's
the other day.
61.
Yeah. All right. So my list. I got Bob Dole, who I think is 98 years old. He's a former politician. He ran for president in like the 80s, I think.
He ran against Clinton in '96.
Oh, it was 96.
Yeah, I think it was Clinton.
Yeah.
Clinton fucking
So
killed him.
I'm going Bob Dole. I literally think he's 98 years old.
He was fucking old as fuck back then.
Yeah. He was old as fuck 30 years ago. And my next one, kind of a bummer, but I am going to say Francis Ford Coppola. I think he's going down this year. I think he's 88. I should have wrote their actual ages down.
I mean, his best work is behind him.
So part of it is I looked at it as like, what does he actually have to live for anymore? You know, especially through like this bullshit year and the time we're going through. And he's like, he owns a winery, so I'm assuming he drinks a fuck ton of wine. So yeah, and Nicolas Cage is his nephew, so I mean that's got to wear on you too. So Francis Ford Coppola is number 2. Number 3, I went Gene Hackman. He's like sneaky fucking old. I think he's like 86. So he's I think the only thing I actually know him from was the old guy in that Will Smith movie, Enemy of the State.
He was the coach in The Replacements.
Oh yeah. No, that's true. So, did you guys ever see Enemy of the State?
No.
I did.
It came out in 1999. Very good movie, by the way, and it's very it holds up. Like the crazy government technology that's in the movie is actually like a real thing now, and it came out in '99.
Oh, dude, how'd they know?
Yeah, I know, right? But so in that movie, Enemy of the State, Gene Hackman was old. He was old in 1999, so he's getting up there. I think
He's
done.
90.
Yeah, he's 90 years old. So, plus his heyday was in Hollywood in like the 70s and 80s, I think. So there's nothing but
Pinnacle of health.
Yeah, strippers and cocaine in Hollywood during that time. Actually, probably some heroin too. My next guy is similar reason to Francis Ford Coppola, with his best days being behind him and really nothing left to live for, is Coach Bobby Knight. I think he goes down this year. I think when I think of him, like all I think of is like a heart attack waiting to happen. Like that guy is so fucking angry all the time and explosive. Like his blood pressure's got to be through the fucking roof. So I went Bobby Knight on that. And my last one, I got a dark horse. Going Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne kicks the bucket this year.
Any evidence or just a lean?
Because he likes the lean. He's on that lean.
When we were fucking kids, it was scissor. Yeah. Everyone knows it's fucking scissor. Yeah. Jamarcus Russell loved it.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a drug problem. Or I should say a substance problem, because I think he likes alcohol too. Although technically alcohol is a drug. But yeah. I think he ran into some substance related issues last year. So I'm putting him on the list. Lil Wayne. So those are my 5. So I'll just run down the list again for those that are keeping score at home. So I got Bob Dole, Francis Ford Coppola, Gene Hackman, Bobby Knight, Lil Wayne. Sexy Chris has Willie Nelson, Ric Flair, Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Clinton, one of the Rolling Stones. Dad has Joe Biden, Mike Ditka, Britney Spears, Jack Ma. And then Jones has Jim Einhoff, Betty White, also Willie Nelson, Norman Lloyd, and Hulk Hogan.
Add Jimmy Carter to mine.
Oh, that's right. I left him off because you had said that.
It was like before time of my picks.
Yeah. See, it's a good thing I said that. Good thing I went through the rundown. Could have missed it. There we go. So we just saved 20 people for 2021. They'll all die next year. Although I don't know. I don't think we can say that anymore because we broke the curse.
We popped the cherry.
Yeah. So is this the 4th? No, this is the third. This is the third celebrity death pool. So we hit in our second one.
So if out of our 20 people,
yeah,
if they were all placed into celebrity death match, who would win?
Which also, hey, great fucking question. I used to love that show.
That show was fucking sweet.
It's a great show.
Do you want to how do you want to do it? Do you want to bracket it by randomness?
Well, we can take out Gene Hackman's 90. You can just take him out.
Well, yeah, he's gonna die.
Jimmy Carter, you can take him out. Biden, you can take him out. They're all 1,000 years old.
Norman Lloyd.
Yeah, so really it's going to come down to
Hulk Hogan,
Lil Wayne, Ric Flair,
Betty White.
Mike Ditka.
I would even throw Britney Spears into the ring because she's fucking nuts too.
Britney Spears. I would go Bob Knight. He's got some. If you give him a chair, if Bobby Knight gets his hand on a chair, watch out.
Like Triple H's fucking sledgehammer.
I would throw Betty White in there too.
She's got some fight left in her.
I don't know. Has anyone ever seen Jack Ma? Because he seems wiry, but maybe he can throw him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so who wins in Bob Knight versus Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne, he's on drugs.
All right, so we're going Wheezy.
Yeah, he's performance enhanced.
Jones, do you agree? We're going Wheezy over Bob,
Yeah,
over Bob Knight.
I'll sign off on that.
All right. So in the next bracket, we have Ric Flair against. Do we want to throw Ghislaine Maxwell in there?
I don't know anything about her.
Her dad was Mossad.
I was gonna say she definitely has Mossad, so you can throw her in there.
All right. Yeah. So let's go. Ric Flair versus Ghislaine. Who wins that one?
Thinking Ric Flair because her father was trained, not necessarily her.
Okay.
I don't trust the figure four leg lock though. I feel like she probably learned something because I mean she definitely has Mossad characteristics, so I think she could probably break out of the figure four.
Well, I'm just trying to think because, like, I know my father wasn't fucking like a trained killer or anything, but like he like knew how to do a lot of things, and I don't know how to do any of them just because I'm his son.
That is a fair point.
Like, do you know how to do locks?
I'm learning. I know a little bit, not enough to like have a business.
But I mean, I guess at the same time, it's like I do know how to use a drill. It's just like I couldn't destroy the main water pipe and rebuild it. So I guess at the same time, it's like, yeah, I couldn't go over, like, she doesn't have to go overseas and whatever, but she just needs to tactically slit someone's throat.
Do they get weapons? Did they?
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Did they have weapons?
No fucking rules.
There were weapons in Celebrity Deathmatch,
and there was no explanation to how any of them showed up.
So I think Ghislaine wins that one.
All right.
Mostly because Jones doesn't like the figure four leg lock. So the next
sucks.
The next one we got Mike Ditka against Britney Spears. Who wins that? I might have to go Britney Spears.
I think the youth prevails.
I think
she's crazy enough.
If this were Celebrity Deathmatch with the old school claymation, I think she like pulls a snake like out of her ass or something and like throws the snake and it like eats Mike Ditka whole. I think that's how that would go down.
On South Park, she blew her head off too. She still survived.
That's true. All right, so we're going Britney Spears. Our last one is Jack Ma versus Hulk Hogan. I mean, it feels like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think you got to put Hulkamania through because usually it's like, all right, well, the favorite never wins, but they kind of win in round one usually. And Jack Ma, I don't know anything about him. He's just like a good businessman. It's like he's a fucking nerd.
He seems like a slender man.
Yeah.
All right.
He's probably like small. Like he's probably like 5'3".
Yeah. So we're saying fuck it to all the old people in there.
Yeah.
So that was round one. Those were all the people that mattered. The only other one I might throw on there is Bill Clinton, but I can't find another one for him to match up, and I'm not giving him a bye, so he can fuck himself.
He's past his prime.
So our next matchup is Lil Weezy against Ghislaine.
Well, I mean, if we're going with her, like, tactical ability, then she's got to win that. Because, I mean, for the same reason he advanced is the same reason he'll lose. He's on drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas, like, first round matchups, you can be on drugs and get through, but not if you're going to go against someone with, like, actual precision.
Yeah. That she acquired from her dad. Just by her dad being
osmosis. Just being born.
All right. So Ghislaine makes it to the finals. In the other semi-final match, we got Britney Spears against Hulk Hogan.
Britney, because we need an upset. There's no upset so far.
Yeah, there hasn't been an upset.
Every bracket always has an upset.
Yeah. This is one of those where like Hulk Hogan is winning the entire time and then he like dies of a heart attack in the ring.
No, she stabs him in the neck with like a pair of scissors. Where the fuck did you get these? It doesn't matter.
It's like Sting versus Hogan in Starcade. Like the underdog always has to win.
Yeah.
So I go Britney.
So in our final matchup, we have an all-female final. We have Ghislaine Maxwell against Britney Spears. Whew.
Which is intriguing because you have Crazy versus Tactical.
Yes.
It's like Deadliest Warrior meets like...
I used to love that show tw Deadliest Warrior on, was it TNN at the time?
Yeah.
Versus.
Yeah, Versus. It was like, they're going to take a Spetsnaz against a Green Beret.
Was it Mansers?
Yeah. Dude, there was boobs. That was also a great show.
All right, so we're talking. We have a complete wild card.
Yeah.
Versus someone with one skill set.
Yes.
So, Brittany's advantage here is that she goes off the script.
Yep.
Like, when someone's predicting someone's next move, what do you do with someone who's unpredictable?
You can't. They are, by definition, unable to be predicted.
And then, like, never mind if she's on fucking bath salts or something.
Right?
She could be chewing her face off before she even draws her gun.
I also feel like Ghislaine would have a soft spot for her because she's also a woman. Like, this whole time, she's just been ripping through men. And now she sees she has to fight a fellow woman.
What if she hates women?
She probably hates everybody. Do you know? I mean, she was involved with Jeffrey Epstein.
This is interesting.
Yeah. I think I give my nod to Britt. I think you can't fuck with crazy. I think
she's younger, crazier.
Yeah. And again, this is like the claymation style. Like, she does something fucking weird.
Yeah, because it is celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, oh, your gun's cool, but there's a fucking like shark with laser beams attached to their freaking head. Yeah. Like fucking you up.
Yeah.
Just turned you into like the fucking like the cheese grater thing, or like like the squares that everyone turned into in the Endgame or Infinity War, whatever the fuck it was.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
Britney Spears won the celebrity death match from the celebrity death pool.
We're all in agreement. Britney Spears is fucking crazy.
Yeah, she rode crazy all the way to the end.
That is proof you cannot beat crazy.
No, especially not if had Lil Wayne gone through, it would have been interesting.
Yeah,
but did I just pronounce the little in Lil Wayne?
I believe you did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Late night, huh?
Yeah.
Because, like, if Lil Wayne gets through, then it's like, all right, well, which drugs is which one on? Like, who chooses what? But,
right.
I don't know. I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell's going to go for a very organized, very strategic approach, and I just don't think that's going to work.
No.
That's not going to beat chaos.
No, not at all. So, yeah, we got... You produced the champion.
Fucking right, I did. I produced the game and the champion. This is my fucking segment.
It's fitting, very fitting. So, now that we get through that, see what else is going on in this world.
Nothing good.
Oh, Jones, do you want to? Have you heard about the Amen and Awoman thing?
Yeah.
Stupidest thing I've ever
Jones, do you want to give us the rundown on that? Because I'm really itching to hear your take on it.
I mean, you can introduce it because my cats are being fucking retarded. So you can introduce it.
All right. So it started in Congress, right?
Yeah.
The other day
they started banning a bunch of words, including like father, daughter, son, mother.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say words anymore. So they thought that it would be a good thing to include all people, that at the end of whatever they say in Congress...
It was a prayer.
It was a prayer, yeah. At the end of a prayer, they can't say just amen, because men are vile and gross and disgusting, and they're the problem with this world. So to rectify that, instead of saying amen, we have to say now amen and a woman. Now, my favorite part about this is there could be a lot of things, but my favorite part about this is that it is amen, which if you break down the word men is plural, which amen doesn't even mean that. Whatever, we'll get to that in a second. But amen being plural and a woman being singular. Well, so they couldn't even do it right and say amen and a women.
So I've got a lot of problems with this.
Oh, they're
my first problem, very first and foremost, why are they saying prayers at Congress?
They've always done that.
Okay. good. That is the worst reasoning for anything in the entire world ever. If your response to everything is, or anything is, well, that's the way I've always done it.
Yeah.
You're probably an asshole.
Yes.
Whether you teach, do business, whatever the fuck you do.
Yeah.
If it's, oh, I've always do it that way, you're probably an asshole.
100% agree.
So Congress has always done prayers. Well, you're probably an asshole.
Yeah.
And you're definitely an asshole because I know who we're talking about. So one, get rid of the fucking prayer.
Yes.
If there's a problem with the prayer, get rid of the fucking prayer.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two. The word, one word, amen, has nothing to do with anyone's gender.
No. It directly, isn't it Latin or something like that? And it translates to it is, or let it be, or something
like that.
I'm back. Sorry. It's, so Manny was being an idiot. So it's actually Hebrew for so be it.
Ah, there it is. Yeah. Oh, you think I'd know that?
So, you fucking idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. So we're talking about a word.
Yes.
Like, should we change it to woman straight? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I know the combination of those three letters, MEN, like womantal. Like I'm gonna do some womantal training.
I saw that a meme today where it said, "How mad do you think liberals got when they realized that women menstruate instead of woman straight?"
Like, I just don't.
It's like you can't use those three letters in a row for anything.
But you have to.
Yeah, no, it's like a thing. It's part of a word. It doesn't even mean, it has nothing to do with a gender. It is just a word. Like fundamentals. Like you can't say the word fundamentals anymore. Fundamentals. Yeah, fundamentals. There we go. You sound like a fucking idiot.
I am a fucking idiot. At least I ain't that stupid.
Yeah.
So the way it was like it's been, and again, this is just like the way it's been like typed out. So you have
fundamentally
one word, amen, which means so be it in fucking some fucking language. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. And a space woman.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I fucking hate politicians. This is by far the dumbest thing that any of them have ever done.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest.
Yep. I don't understand how people see that and go, "Oh yeah, good job. That's awesome. This is just what we needed. This is exactly what we needed. Yep, you did it. You nailed it. I don't know why no one thought of this before."
Oh shit. So there's a pandemic going on and everyone's pissed off and a bunch of businesses are closed and Dave Portnoy needs to raise money for small businesses that fucking can't stay open and whatever.
The guy that runs Barstool Sports is the one that's actually doing something for the country.
He has to raise money
because
for
the government
businesses
because the government
can't.
sucks.
Because they're sitting there figuring out that, you know what's wrong with everything? The fact that we say amen at the end of a prayer.
Yeah.
Not that we're still saying a prayer, but we're saying amen at the end of it.
Yep.
We need to change it to amen and a woman.
Yeah. Well, no, man, the liberals are really good at fixing stuff. Like they took Aunt Jemima off the bottle and saved racism.
Yes.
They fixed racism. But
Uncle Ben's not on the box anymore.
Yep. So now there's no more racism. Tom Brady put end racism on his helmet, so we're all good now.
So, but like, I thought we all learned in Tropic Thunder that you never go full retard.
Apparently,
like you go full retard, you go home empty-handed.
Apparently, there's a lot of people that have not seen that movie.
Our politicians have gone full retard.
100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tropic Thunder never lived through 2020. Like they didn't see.
Yeah. Could you imagine if like the fucking the idiot people that are on the left like watch that movie right now? Like I guarantee you they don't even know it exists.
No, because we'd be hearing about them bitching about it.
Right. Because they would have tried to cancel Marvel. Like they would have tried to cancel Endgame and Infinity War because they were like, Robert Downey Jr. is a racist. You need to cancel Marvel. Like that's that it would have happened because people are idiots like that. And so they have no idea that movie even exists. I am a firm believer in that.
I just this blows my fucking mind.
Yeah,
because that's the thing is like I can call politicians stupid and they can do things I don't agree with, and then therefore they're fucking stupid and I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah,
and we're all fucking stupid.
Yes,
but this one is just like, man, it's almost impressive that they peddle what they did as like a good thing. Whether you're conservative, liberal, doesn't give a fuck. If you think that what they did is like a good thing,
yeah.
First of all, they're wasting everyone's time.
Yes.
This is not news.
I would like to say that being in the news is a sign that we're going to go back to normal times because we're talking about stupid shit again. But
that would be nice.
But I have a feeling that on top of coronavirus, now we're going to get stupid shit too. Like before we just had stupid shit and then coronavirus came and that's all anyone talked about. Now I feel like people are still going to talk about coronavirus and then throw the stupid shit back on top.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, oh, like Nancy Pelosi's an idiot. Yeah, well, she's the one who got a man and a woman into the Congress prayer.
Yeah.
Like, I give a fuck.
Exactly.
They're fucking. Listen, this is fucking. First of all, like American citizens should feel fucking disrespected that this is fucking happening.
Yeah,
they're spending their time doing this shit.
This is what's being argued over.
This is what they're doing with their time.
Yeah,
they make entirely too much money to do fucking nothing, and this is what they come back with.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, we doing the man and woman thing because we gave you that $600, so shut up.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, oh shit! While you were talking, I got breaking news, and it's very appropriate that it's during this episode.
Who died?
Nobody died yet. But if you want to talk about the land of the bummers, Dr. Dre just had a brain aneurysm.
Silent killer.
Yeah. He is still alive currently, but he did suffer a brain aneurysm. So,
shit, we didn't save him either.
No, we didn't put him on the list. It's our fault.
Nice going. You killed Dr. Dre.
I know. Right? How weird is that, though? It happened like today while we're recording our Death Pool episode.
Maybe the luck's turning around.
Maybe the luck's gone already. It was only here for 1 year. But yeah, so Dr. Dre, hopefully he's okay. He's pretty fucking young. I think he's only like he's in his early 50s. He might only be like 53-ish. But yeah, man, that sucks. Silent killer. It's my number one fear. First in front of alligators and crocodiles. And then the predator. Yeah, that just kind of threw me off of where I was when I saw that. But I got to get back on the track here. So
that whole Amen and Awoman thing is the dumbest thing ever.
Yes.
The absolute dumbest thing ever. We're actually spending our time on that.
Yep, that is what the people that are supposed to be in charge of leading the country right now and getting us through a pandemic are instead arguing over amen, whether or not saying amen after a prayer is the right thing or not. That's good. That's really good.
And I thought like this country was built on separation of church and state.
Yeah.
Never has been.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest fucking lies in our history.
Yeah, exactly. All right. You got anything you want to run through?
I mean, I have stuff.
I got one thing that I could go through. Jones, do you have anything? You're the guest. Do you have any?
No, I don't have anything. I just have a final thought, but that's probably it.
Not there yet.
All right. We're almost there.
Almost there.
So I will say, why don't you go? You can go. I'll go after you.
All right.
I've done enough talking.
Spoiler alert from the last episode. Operation Odessa.
Oh, yeah. Jones, have you seen that?
I have not.
It's
I'm gonna spoil it.
It is a must watch. It's good
because basically
it's very entertaining.
It tracks down, or it's basically the story of three guys who are all indirectly but intertwined in trying to track down a military submarine for the Cali cartel to buy so that they can ship cocaine.
Yes, they want to get cocaine from Colombia to America in Russian submarine.
Yes. And it was right around the time of the fall of the Soviet Union, so there were no fucking rules over there.
So it's kind of like Blow-ish.
Maybe. I've never seen them.
Well, so these guys didn't actually traffic any of the coke. They were commissioned to try to buy the submarine.
Yeah.
Because they had bought them helicopters.
Yep.
And then they're talking to one of the guys and like, oh, can you get a submarine? He goes, yeah, I can get a fucking submarine.
Yeah, so he calls the guy. The way the thing opens up is this guy Tarzan, and he goes, "Oh, I made a phone call and to this guy, and so I asked him if we could purchase a submarine." And he called like an admiral in the Russian Navy, and he goes, like, he called me back 2 days later and goes, "The answer is yes. Do you want it with or without the missiles?" And I was like, wow, this is going to be a great fucking movie. It's a great documentary. That's the opening line.
Yeah.
That sounds metal as fuck.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy story of them trying to track down
Yeah.
a Russian fucking submarine
And like all the shit that they did like back in the 80s and the 90s where they would go back and forth to Russia and meet with these people, and like they ran everything through Miami, and just the whole story of like these three guys and how they're interconnected. And one of the guys actually worked directly underneath Pablo Escobar. So like it's pretty fucking cool, man. Like how it all goes down. Like it is a must watch. It's on Netflix. It's called Operation Odessa. It's a very entertaining 90 minutes. Like there's no point in there where I was like bored.
No.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. I just kept being like, what are they going to do next? Like what story? Like how are you going to top that story? Because it was just like the three guys are in all three different locations in the world.
Yeah, I don't think they speak anymore.
No.
They definitely don't speak to one guy.
Well, yeah, because he's on the run.
Well, they also asked, and they were like, "Oh, you think we could talk to Tony?" They're like, "I don't know. I don't think Tony would talk to you."
Yeah.
And then, they go to the second guy. "Oh, you think we could talk to Tony?" No fucking way.
Yeah, he goes, not a fucking chance.
And then
It's a quick cut scene.
Yeah, then Tony was there.
And then they were talking to Tony. And Tony's the guy that worked under Pablo.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Just hearing the story from all three sides and everything like that. It was wild. Like some of the like I'm sitting there like, holy fuck. Like I wish I was Russian and I wish I lived in Miami in the 80s, because like the shit they were doing was just wild. Like you talk like what one of the guys said he was commissioned by the cartel in Colombia, but they flew him to Germany when the brand new Mercedes like Z500 came out. They flew him to Germany so he could buy the first ones ever, and he bought 5 of them. And he brought 5 Mercedes Z500s, whatever the fuck they're called, back to Colombia before they were even released for sale in the world. like some of just like the crazy shit and the stories they were telling is just wild. It's so entertaining. Like I said, it's 90 minutes of like sitting on the edge of your seat and being like, there's no way they're going to be able to top that story. But they just keep getting better.
I think that just goes back to the whole fact that we were born in the wrong decades. Like we weren't online during like the good stuff.
Yeah.
Like we got the shit end of the stick.
Yeah, I think we got the last of the good stuff though. Like growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s was the last of it. Like cuz we didn't have this bullshit technology. and stuff like that. You know, like I think our generation was the last generation that got yelled at for being too much in front of technology, and now this generation of parents, to shut their kids up, puts them on technology. Like, they give them iPads, they put them in front of a TV, like they do all that shit. But like when I was a kid, like my mother used to literally kick me out of the house and said, go to the park. Like, you've played enough fucking video games for today. Like, I'll see you when the street lights come on.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we were the last like generation that got that.
Yeah, and it's like, I know like our parents' generation where the like all kids may as well have just been like raccoons. Where it's like, the fuck was that?
What were they called? Latchkey kids?
It's like, I don't know. One of the kids must be rustling around in the trash or something. So it's like they came and went as they pleased, and it's like
everyone's kids were those two kids from F is for Family.
But it's like, yeah, it's just like, who the fuck's like someone's always a rat. Like, it's like kids, bro. It's like, I don't know. I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks. Like, I was here yesterday. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
What? Like, they just weren't, where it's like they paid attention to us, but we still had some level of freedom where,
right.
It's like, oh, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Owen's house. And it's like, nah, I'm going to go play on the train tracks.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to ride bikes. And then that was it. Like, little did they know, like, I was riding my bike to West Medford, like literally the furthest part of the fucking city you can get to.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I might hop on the bike to the center. No, Medford Square. We don't have a center.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Medford Square. Yeah, we kind of didn't stop and made it all the way to the mall. How the fucking long did it take you to get there?
It used to take us, I think it used to take me like at least 45 minutes to bike from my house to West Medford. Like, that's literally two opposite ends of the spectrum of the city.
Yeah. So, I mean, we did get that benefit, but we didn't get the benefit of anything cool or good.
No. Like, the 70s and the 80s were just wild. Like,
I mean, at least you guys got to see like the city. My dad just told me to go play in the field, and I ended up like hitting my friend with a fucking shovel because it was cool.
You know
Did
what?
You create Little Nicky?
Yeah.
So you say that, but the amount of times I've gone, like, okay, yeah. So when I was like, we'd hop on like the train and go in and fuck around, but like, I spent most of my time like at the pond.
Yeah.
Lighting shit on fire, lighting off like fireworks, like doing dumb shit down there.
Yeah.
Like going to the train tracks, putting shit on the fucking train, watching the train hit it, throwing fucking glass bottles off it.
Yeah.
Throwing crab apples at cars.
Yep.
So yeah, I live near the city, but like
we never really went into the city though.
No, I mean occasionally, but like even then, it's like you'd go in and it's like.
Well, I think back now, like back when we were younger, the Celtics used to suck and the Bruins were terrible. So we used to go. There'd be like 6 of us, and we were in middle school. We were in like 7th grade, and we'd all like one of our parents would just like scoop us all up and drop us off at Wellington train station, and there'd be like 7 13-year-olds hopping on the orange line from Medford going into Boston to go watch a Celtics game. And we would just go, like, no adult supervision. Like, we would just go. And, like, I feel like that shit like that doesn't happen now.
No, now parents know exactly where everyone is, like, whether it's GPS on the phone or...
Yeah.
Even, like the Snap Maps or whatever the fuck it is on Snapchat.
Yeah.
It's like everyone always knows where everyone is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's weird. It's like, honestly, you know what it is? It's turning into Black Mirror. Remember that episode of Black Mirror where the mom puts the implant in her daughter?
Oh, yeah.
Jones, have you ever seen Black Mirror?
I have not. That's on my to-do list.
It is some of the best TV that I've seen. But there's this one episode where the mom puts like an implant in her daughter when she's super young because she was like 6 years old and she like missed the bus or something and like was lost and was missing, or I don't know, she was missing and like the police got involved, whatever. So then after that, like she put this thing like GPS tracker that also
showed video
through her eyes. So like for years, like this mom used to just watch like her daughter's like life on this like tablet.
But she could also like block out things that so if this girl was at like a party and someone was drinking a beer, like the beer would automatically be blurred out to her vision.
Yeah. It was some real trippy shit. But it eventually got to the point where like this girl grew up like so sheltered and not seeing anything that when the mom finally took the parental block off, she went fucking nuts. And she was like doing cocaine left and right, and she was getting fucked by some guy in the back of a van. And the mom like watched it all happen, and she was flipping out. And it's like, where do you draw the line? Like I think about that. Like I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. And it's because I think back on us, like we were just saying, like when we were kids, yeah, we did stupid shit, but all kids do stupid shit and they're fine. Like I don't need to know where my fucking 13-year-old kid is 24/7.
Well, I mean, we talked about it one time. We were listening to someone's father, like at the gym. Father was talking about his daughter. It's like, yeah, she's got like the Snapchat, and I guess like Snapchat's got like memories or something. So she had like punched a hole in the wall or something and said, I forget what she said. She was like, I was moving the couch and whatever. Yeah. I forget what she said.
Yeah.
But it was like a close to excuse, but still we all knew.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, well, show me your Snapchat memories, blah, blah, blah. Turns out she had taken a picture of that.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
But, we're kind of sitting there and it's just like, dude, you're playing with fucking fire on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
You are really fucking playing with fire on that one.
Yeah.
Especially like a fucking girl that's like 14, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
You are really fucking rolling the dice.
Yep.
Of seeing something that you can never fucking unsee again.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You can assume what you want, whatever. You probably don't want to know really everything that your kids are up to.
No.
There's just some things that you got to assume, and fucking it is what it is.
Exactly.
And you will never get that fucking image out of your head.
Nope.
Yeah, I think all of our parents all have that of us too. Like we've all done stupid shit too, but like we've never like admitted to it.
I've admitted to most of it.
Well,
I have two now.
I was gonna say it's like, but like, so I got this is pretty good. And I saw it when I was in Medford last. So we used to go to the cemetery, and at one part of the cemetery's got like a bunch of stairs. It's not like as many as like the fucking Philadelphia Public Library. We're not Rocky here, but at the top of the stairs is just a bunch of bushes. And that's where we used to throw the crab apples at the cars going away from us. So not only would they be going the wrong way, it was a little bit hard to turn around. And if they did turn around, they're never fucking catching us because they have to go up all these stairs.
Right.
Which goes, it's amazing. It's fucking amazing that we could pick the perfect spot to fucking throw crab apples at cars, but we couldn't do simple anything else.
Nope.
So
couldn't pass our homework in on time.
So we bury one car, bury another car, like by the time we hit like the third or whatever, because we also didn't hit all the time either. Like, it was pretty far away.
Yeah.
But we see the like one car's pulled over and it's like, fuck. Just everyone keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
So we see a cop go in like one of the back gates and we're like, all right, time to bail.
Yeah.
So we're going, we know our paths. And then we see a cop going to another gate.
Yeah.
And then we see a third cop going to another gate. And we're like, what the fuck did we just get ourselves into? So it's like we're climbing through the woods. And then we get down to like the mausoleums.
Yeah.
And we're hiding behind the mausoleums. Until we see the cops kind of like go back and like into the woods. Because really the true entry point was like the woods or up like Dead Man's Hill, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like we're like moving through the mausoleums to get out, and we had like split up completely.
Yeah,
it's like some people had gone over the fence into the Gleason School. Some people had gone like directly out to High Street and started walking back, actually towards the scene.
Yeah,
because it like we knew it's like it's like walk back towards the scene. Because why would you walk back towards the scene?
Right.
You would always run away from the scene.
Right.
So it's like, but like my parents don't need to like ever see a video of me actually fucking doing. Like
No.
they don't need to see me sitting there fucking like army crawling behind a mausoleum in the fucking cemetery.
No.
Never mind like drinking and whatever else, like dumb shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, we used to drink in the woods all the time.
Or the day I'm seeing fucking entire pallets being engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
Like in the fucking trees. Like,
Yeah.
again, never mind the actual bad shit that they definitely don't want to see.
Right. Well, then, because the other thing, too, is like everyone was a kid at one point, and everyone does stupid shit when you're a kid. And it's like our stupid shit was throwing crab apples at cars and fucking drinking in the woods. And their stupid shit was like making a giant bonfire in the middle of a field somewhere and like.
Or filling the lemon juice thing, filling that with gunpowder.
Yeah.
And blowing a fucking sewer cover, like 200, 300 pound sewer cover.
Yeah.
Like 20 feet in the fucking air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shit they used to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like they used to do like really fucked up shit. Like I remember I had never even understood what it was, but my dad one time was explaining mushing to me, where this was apparently a thing to do in like the 70s, where after it would snow, before the roads got plowed, you know how it gets like slushy?
Yeah.
So people used to like run out into the middle of the street because cars were driving relatively slow. They're probably going somewhere between 10, 20, 30 miles an hour. You would run out to the car in your boots and you would grab onto the back bumper and you would just mush the car and you would just ride along with the car wherever it was going. And then when you were done, where you got to wherever you wanted to go, you would just let go.
Oh, that's like skitching on a skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah. Same idea.
Yeah, until you get brake checked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I saw a video. I think it was in New York. Maybe it was Seattle. I don't know. It's one of those fucking lost states.
Yeah.
Like people on bikes were fucking skitching or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
And the car brake checked them. But like for whatever reason, there was a shitload of people on bikes and they're like fucking hitting the car with the bikes. It's like all of you can fuck off.
Exactly.
Pedal the damn fucking bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck you, fucking bikers, cyclists.
Yeah, but there's always been dumb shit. Like Jones, did you ever have a rock fight?
No, I fell off my bike when I was like 7, and I never got on a bike after that.
So Jones comes from a place of the world where, and Jamie, similar
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Like Jamie told us that they used to take propane tanks,
Yep.
put it in the gravel pit, and fucking blow it up with a gun. Like, I don't know if it was like a real gun or a BB gun, but they would shoot at it.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
blow it up. Like, that's what they did.
Yep. Yeah, that was their fun.
Like, blowing up a propane tank? Are you shitting me?
Suddenly drinking in the woods seems just fine.
Yeah. Suddenly using Axe body spray
Yeah.
to light your 30 rack on fire and some fucking twigs is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
We never did that, but my dad also had an ice fishing derby every year in our pond, where he would have like a fucking huge barrel on fire in the middle of the pond while we were drinking,
Seems legit.
and we were just waiting for the flag to drop for bass. So there's a lot of brain power that comes from Iceland.
Like, dude, even playing pond hockey.
Yeah.
People would ask, it's like, oh, well, because again, I grew up across the street from the pond.
Mm-hmm.
People go, oh, how do you know if the pond's frozen? I go, well, you take a step,
Yeah.
see how that goes. Take another step after that.
You're good.
Probably want to find some big rocks.
Yeah, take a rock and throw
Yeah,
it.
so I take a big rock, I'll throw it.
Yep.
I go, and then if you're skating and you start to hear a bunch of small cracks,
Yeah.
probably want to turn around.
Yeah, get to the edge.
Probably want to turn around from there.
Beetle crack is not my problem.
I'll say you probably don't need that. Probably don't need that puck that bad.
You can always get another puck.
Yeah.
Or you come back tomorrow when it's actually frozen.
Yeah. It's like, did we wear? It's like, oh, are you gonna wear helmets? No.
Yeah.
I'm playing pond hockey. Why would I wear a helmet? That doesn't even make sense.
No. Yeah, there's a lot of just dumb shit we used to do. But, you know, it is what it is.
I don't know. I think people today, there's some level of missing out on shit like that. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
there is something that builds a little bit of character when you get caught drinking in the woods and you don't get caught by the police.
Exactly.
But now kids, like, they like all they do is drink in houses.
Yeah.
Like they just find the cool parents. And the cool parents, like, or
even like when you actually do get caught by the cops doing something, and now you have to go explain to your parents why the cops are bringing you home. That's a little bit of a learning curve, and that all what that actually does is forces you to get smarter and craftier so you don't get caught again.
Because especially it's like you get caught, like, okay, so everyone gets caught once.
Yeah.
You gotta really fuck up to get caught twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get caught twice, it's like, nope, I know every route. I can get us in. Where do you want to go? You want to get into Winchester, or do you want to get into fucking Arlington? I can get us wherever we need to go.
Yep.
Especially drinking by the lake. I can put us in 3 towns. Which one you want to be in?
Yeah, you get to learn different things, and you're just like, you know what, fuck it. Or you get caught, and they ask for your name, and you say Greg Danilo. Jones, we had a kid that we grew up with that anytime anyone got caught by the cops and they asked for your name, everyone was just like, Greg Tonello. It was just the one name that everyone used.
Always used it.
So we always had the people with the car, and usually it was me. So I was always the fall guy.
Yeah.
We never got caught.
Yeah. I'll never forget, there was one time, I don't know what woods we were drinking in, but we were somewhere, and we're all drinking, and then all of a sudden the cops pull up and they get on the loudspeaker in the car, and they're like, they get on and they're like, where's Matt Jones? Matt Jones, you're here. And then at one point we all turned to each other and we were like, how the fuck do they know that? Well, because you're a dumbass like 16, 17, 18-year-old, you didn't realize that you drove there and you parked your car on one of the side streets. So when the cop is driving through like a nice neighborhood, either in West Medford or North Medford, which usually is where we ended up drinking most of the time, and they see like a shitty 1994 Honda Civic that looks like it just doesn't belong, they probably run the plates. And when they run the plates, they get your name. So then they hop on the loudspeaker over that and then just start yelling your name into the woods. But we were always so confused. But like, that's what I mean. When you're a kid, you don't realize that. But now when you're an adult, you're like, oh yeah, obviously that's what they did. It's just like dumb little shit like that. It's funny now looking back, but we were just like, how the fuck? Like, how do they know Jimmy Lynch? Like, they're just yelling out like random names. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Jerry Mello. He's not here tonight.
Yeah, he's not even here.
Yeah, I just know, and I don't even know how many kids are at the gym, but I know 90% of them could not get themselves out of that type of situation.
Yeah. No, there was one night we booked it from the cemetery, and we ended up like in Winchester.
Dude, I always ended up in Winchester.
And we were like, where the fuck are we? And it was me and like Phil Petrides and like someone else, and Phil called his dad and was like, hey, can you come pick us up? Like, we don't know really where we are, but we're in Winchester somewhere, I think. And this was before iPhones, so we just had like flip phones. So we were just like, we had to walk to the nearest street and look at the street sign. If you believe it,
I still know the route.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously I grew up there, but
but yeah, his dad just came and picked us up. Like, he was like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah. I forget the name of the road now. Very nice house. Or very nice houses.
Yeah.
I went to St. Ray's with a couple people that lived on that street.
Yeah. So
allegedly there was a pool in one of the houses.
Ooh.
Frankly, though, that seems made up. Thinking back.
Yeah, you have a pool inside?
Yeah, and a bridge connecting one side to the other. Listen, these people, they had a nice house.
Yeah.
It was a really nice house. The family did really well.
That's what happens when you have 15-year-olds that just get bored and they're like, I heard it has a pool. Yeah, and I heard it has a bridge to the other side of the house. Yeah, I heard there's a helipad on the roof. You just keep making up shit.
And if you think their house is nice, you should see the other one.
Yeah, and I heard there's a tunnel underground that connects the two of them. Like just the dumb shit you think of when you're a fucking stupid high schooler. You're a sophomore in high school. You think you have all the answers. And
they do have all the answers.
You're really just a fucking moron.
And we've traveled so far.
Yeah. We've come such a long way.
Now we just don't care as
no,
much.
you know what it is we've come full circle at this point, because we may have started to distance ourselves from being morons, but now we're just back to being morons again. So we never made it that far. We just did a circle. We walked in a circle.
Yeah. Typically, we just don't run from cops anymore.
Yeah, because we're not under 21. You want to start wrapping this up?
Yeah.
All right, Jones, what do you got for a final thought?
All right. So I think we're all on the same opinion of Bruin pinkheadism.
Yeah.
So Bruins let go of Chara, and I'm fine with that. He's been in decline for at least 3, maybe 4 years, and the outrage from Bruins Twitter is insane.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of over it, because this is what happens when all the sports teams get good, and then you let go of one of the key pieces that can't play anymore.
Right.
Sans Tom Brady. I'm over it.
Yeah. It's Peter Chiarelli syndrome. It's your guys. These are your guys, and you can't let them go. How could you? These are your guys on your team. How could you ever find anyone that's better? And that's what actually ended up getting Chiarelli fired, because he fucking signed David Krejci to like $1 million deal at $7.5 million, and he signed who else? He gave everyone on the team 6-year contracts.
Yeah.
He's got, I got to keep my guys. No, you keep the good ones.
Chris Kelly. I don't know I forget how much he made. It was fucking embarrassing though.
Yeah. Yeah, he might have made $3 million.
That was terrible.
On the third line.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. $3 million is your third line center. Sick. For a 3-year deal too. But it is dumb shit like that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's
embarrassing, and the fact that people think that the Bruins can actually contend this year is a joke.
Right.
It's a joke. They're not going to be good. The New England sports teams are in a rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Except none of them are actually rebuilding. Actually, the Celtics. Listen, with the sample size of 1.
Yeah.
The rookie they drafted looks pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they 1 of 2.
Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be pretty
apparently good. Neesmith shits himself when he gets out there. He can't shoot, which is funny because coming out of Vanderbilt, they said, the one thing this kid is going to be able to do is shoot. He's a shooter. He'll take threes, whatever. Now he gets to the NBA. Can't shoot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one with the Celtics. So they have Tatum, they have Brown. Smart. You only need to hit 1 out of whatever the fuck they picked.
Right. So, yeah, the Bruins, unfortunately, I really think their window is closed.
Oh, it's been closed since Game 7 of 2 years ago. It's been closed.
Game 7 against St. Louis, fucking slammed the door.
Bergeron's going to be 36.
The door's almost been closed since fucking Game 6, 2013.
They got lucky.
Against the Blues.
Against the Blues because they had the easiest road ever. Because Tampa Bay got knocked out. Washington. And then they ended up having to play the Blues instead of, who was it, the Preds? No, the Predators got knocked out early.
Jets, Predators, there was no
I forget who the Blues beat, but it was some really good team.
They beat the Stars, the Jets, they beat everybody.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be a layup for you, and you did nothing with it.
Right.
You did nothing with it. So I'm tired of all the whole
and they
the door's still open, blah blah blah. No, it's not.
And there's still no second line talent. That's the problem. There's still they do nothing for the fucking second line. Nothing.
It is the exact same.
It's Kasha, Krejci, DeBrusk. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. How'd that work out for you last year?
And Krejci's, the fact that Krejci's still your highest paid player is fucking bananas.
Yeah. Yeah. Krejci, Kasha, DeBrusk. How'd that work out for you last year? Not so good? Let's try it again this year then. Maybe something will change.
Well, the year before with Krejci, DeBrusk, and some bum on the right side worked, right?
Yeah. No, it worked really well.
And it worked the year before, right?
Yeah.
And the year before that, before DeBrusk was really here, it worked then, yes?
Yeah, definitely. They've always been so
Rick
good.
Nash.
Yeah. The ghost of Rick Nash.
No one could hit a post like that guy.
Oh man, if only we could have got points for hitting posts. That line hasn't been good since it was fucking Krejci, Horton, and
yeah,
it was on the left side. It wasn't a Ginla because he was after Horton.
Lucic, but back then that used to be the first line.
They were the first line. Yeah,
and the second line was Bergeron,
Marchand,
and then insert other guy here.
Was it Michael Ryder at one point?
Yeah, Ryder was on the second line.
Yeah, right. I think Ryder was on that in the cup team.
Run.
Yeah,
I don't know who it was in 2013.
No,
a Ginla?
I think it was a Ginla.
It could have been a Ginla, yeah.
Because Yager was, or maybe.
Oh, it was Fuck.
Yeah, it was Yager.
Jaromir Jagr, the guy that everybody loves because he's old and he's cool and he's got hair and he fucking sleeps with 18-year-olds and he's the best. Jaromir Jagr, still playing in some fucking cave in Slovakia. Wow, he's so fucking good. My fucking God, if that guy could score one fucking goal,
yeah,
they potentially win the Stanley Cup against the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
And they ran out of fucking steam in Game 6. I fucking know that. But all those overtime games,
yeah,
all the fucking close games,
you brought him in to score goals.
He scored no fucking goals.
Yeah.
Jaromir Jagr, everyone's like, cool guy. He's so cool. He's awesome. He's the best. Jaromir fucking Jagr.
From my Pim's Cup.
He's got so many fucking goals, like fucking third overall ever.
Yeah.
None in a Stanley Cup final.
Yep.
You're right. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And fuck Marchand that year too. He scored nothing either.
Yeah, he also put up a fucking donut.
Yeah, so I'm done with a Bruins pink hatism. Like, it's like the window's closed. You're gonna suck for a little bit.
Here's a question: do the Bruins even still have pink hats at this point?
The Bruins fans typically know misery pretty well. We're pretty familiar.
Yeah.
I think there was a level of optimism because 19 they lost in Game 7 at home to an inferior team in your building. Year before that, they lost to the Lightning.
Yeah.
But it was like there was like hope.
Yeah.
Year before that was the Senators. They lost to the Senators, who ended up going to the final.
Yeah.
But that was after 2 dog shit fucking seasons, like bad seasons.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
But this is where Bruins fans need to start to remember 2014 against Montreal. No, 2014 was Washington. Jonesy, help me out.
2014 was Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal lost in the first round or second round when you were the President's Cup winner.
Yeah.
Yep.
2013, you were winning 2-1. And then you gave up 2 goals in the last minute and a half of the game to lose the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Potentially also in your house. Kind of forget.
Yep.
I think it was.
Yep.
2012. I feel like that was another President's Cup team. Lost to the Capitals. Joel Ward.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of Braden Holtby, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. The curse.
2011. Somehow you fucking won. I don't know. Maybe it was because you played Vancouver and the fucking Sedin sisters. I don't fucking know how it happened. But you did it.
Yeah.
2010, 3-0 against Philly in the series and in Game 7. Lost.
Yep.
How the fuck do you lose that?
Yeah. That is going to be one of the all-time
2008
biggest chokes.
I don't know 2009. 2008 was Justin Williams in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Hurricanes, right?
Yep.
Was 09 a lockout?
No.
03 was a lockout.
So 04, 05, 03, 04 was wiped out. No.
The year
04, 05 was wiped out.
The year you played the Blackhawks also was short.
Yeah. 13. Yeah.
13. And then there was another time where the Bruins actually were we were young. Maybe this was like 04.
Glenn Murray.
Probably. Joseph Stumple. They were actually good, and again, lost in Game 7 to Montreal, like the first round.
Yeah.
Just remember this. Too many men.
Yeah.
The fucking lights going out against the Oilers. Like, just remember your fucking roots, Bruins fans.
Yeah.
All we know is how to fucking suffer.
There really is something to be said about being a real Bruins fan, because tried and true Bruins fans, anytime they talk about the team, it's always like oh yeah, they're so good. Yeah, they'll fuck it up somehow. Yeah, something will happen. They'll fucking blow it. Like when we went into the bubble, I actually nailed it almost to the T of what was going to happen when they went to the playoff bubble. I said, "Oh, they were the President's Cup team this year. They'll probably blow it in the round robin."
Yep. So they got the 4 seed.
They'll end up with the 4 seed and they'll get knocked out in the second round. And it's exactly what happened.
Yep. Yep.
If only I had put bets on it.
And then like Sports Hub writers want to say that like this team's actually good. They're not.
Well, it's like even my analysis of this team was, so Chara's gone. Your first D pairing is McAvoy and who?
Lozon.
And Lozon. Okay, I don't know much about Lozon, but he's a bigger guy. McAvoy's good enough. That pairing should be fine. Carlo Grizzlick is like 85% of what Carlo Krug was, which was a fine pairing.
Right.
Then the third pairing is Clifton, who is fine as a third pairing, and Vakanainen, who is a first-round pick. I don't know anything about the guy, but if he can play, he can play.
Right.
But guess what? The goalie's still the goalie, and they can't score goals.
Right.
That's it. There's nothing else to it.
And you know what, Bobby? The goalie would quit on you 2 weeks in because there's no fans.
He is something else.
Yeah.
For a guy who hasn't won anything, he is something else.
Yeah.
The goalie will quit on you.
Yeah, it's just not the same. You know, it's not really the same. You're not really into it. Excuse me? You're the President's Cup winning trophy, like President's Cup team going into the playoffs. I don't give a fuck that it's the bubble. You're literally sitting here right now telling me that it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. It's hard to get up for a game. It's hard as a professional athlete. You're sitting there complaining, saying it's hard to get excited for the game because there's no fans.
Yeah, probably made Brad Marchand pretty excited when he was like, "Yeah, for everything we sacrificed, it's really fucking annoying that we went out the way we did."
Yeah,
he's like, "We could have won and we didn't."
Yeah.
So the round robin game, I blared Coach Eyes from Audioslave for 2 hours before the game, and was just drinking beers. I was fucking ready to go, and then like they show up.
Yeah,
and they just don't show up.
Well, the other team showed up.
Yeah,
I don't even know who the first game was. The first game Washington
or
Philly. Yeah,
Philly.
And they didn't matter.
Didn't matter. They lost all 3 of them.
It's almost impressive.
But like it's just crazy that like the beat writers want to say, "Oh no, this team can be competitive." They're not good.
Yeah,
the first line's old. The second line sucks.
Yeah.
If you put Charlie Coyle on the second line and get rid of Krejci and his stupid fucking contract.
Well, I said this at the gym. I think it was yesterday. The third line is going to end up as the second line by the end of the season.
I don't know, dude.
With Coyle, Smith, and
Nick Ritchie.
Oh, he's the left wing.
Yep.
Gross. Maybe not then. But I don't know. Maybe if they move him around, like maybe if they drop Krejci down or they ship his ass out of town. I like a line of DeBrusque, Coyle, and Smith.
Coyle's your best.
Who's Smith?
Besides Berkey,
Craig
he's
Smith.
your best winger.
He puts pucks on net.
Great.
Pucks in deep, pucks on net. Cycle the puck.
Great. Just another fucking stiff that's not going to score goals.
He ranked 16th in shots on net last year in the NHL.
Did he also rank 16th in goals?
Absolutely not.
Sick.
But some of those have to go in. Can't score if you don't put pucks on net.
And you know what's been the funniest part? It's not going to be on Nesson.
Oh, yeah. Why?
No, it's still on Nesson, but Nesson isn't on YouTube
Yeah,
TV.
well, that's what it is. We can't get it. I knew there was a reason why I wasn't going to be able to watch the Bruins, and I had to figure that out.
Save you the trouble.
Yeah.
Could just bet against them all year.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably going to be some fucked up lines in their favor.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Especially early in the season.
Yeah.
So again, just proving every day is just a little bit worse than the day before, and everything will never get any better.
Correct. What is your final thought?
The New England Patriots have the 15th overall pick.
Yes.
And I have the 15th overall picks going back to the year 2000.
Oh, boy.
And it seems like every other year is a good pick or not. Kind of. If you take a 2-year span, it's like one pick's usually fine. But, so just going backwards. Mm-hmm. Jerry Jeudy, Dwayne Haskins, Colton Miller. I don't know if Colton Miller still plays or not. He could be good. I really don't fucking... Like, he could be the starting right tackle for the Raiders, and I just wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Malik Hooker, Corey Coleman, Melvin Gordon, Shazier, Vaccaro, Bruce Irvin, Mike Pouncey, JPP, Brian Cushing, Brandon Albert, Lawrence Timmons, Ty Hill, Derek Johnson, Michael Clayton, the receiver, Jerome McDougal, Albert Hainsworth, Rod Gardner, Delta O'Neal.
There's a decent amount.
It's actually more good than bad.
Yeah.
I think.
I would say it's been more good recently, too.
Well, Haskins is not good. Malik Hooker, is he still the starting safety for the Colts?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Corey Coleman sucks.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon's fine. Shazier, that's just a fucking whatever.
That was he would have been nasty. I mean, you can't do anything.
Vaccaro, I'd still take him. Bruce Irvin, I say sucks. All he does is rush the passer, and he's not that good at it.
Yeah.
Mike Pouncey, you would take.
Absolute stud.
JPP, you would take. Cushing, you would take. Brandon Albert, even he was good too.
Yeah.
Timmons, you would not take Ty Hill. Derek Johnson, you would take. You would not take Michael Clayton. You would not take Jerome McDougal.
Well, I mean, for this team, I would take Michael Clayton.
No, you don't. It's the same thing.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Mark Clayton. Mark Clayton was good. He was on the Ravens.
Michael Clayton was good as a rookie, and that was it. He had a really good rookie year.
Yeah.
Never to be heard from again.
Yeah.
Jerome McDougal, you don't want. Hainsworth, you'd take. Rod Gardner, you don't want. Delta O'Neal, you would take.
Yeah.
So I just hope they take a fucking lineman and not try to fucking fuck this up.
No, they're gonna fuck it up. I already laid it out. They're gonna draft Mac Jones. I'm saying it here. You heard it here first. They're gonna draft Mac Jones. They're gonna trade Chase Winovich. They're gonna sign T.Y. Hilton as a free agent. 31-year-old T.Y. Hilton. And they are going to lose J.C. Jackson as a restricted free agent because they're going to refuse to match whatever offer some team gives them. That's how it's going to go down.
The only part where you're wrong is that Mac Jones has actually been linked to the Patriots before, so that will not happen.
Yeah, no, that's fair. They're going to draft some shit bum at 15. They're going to fuck it up.
They'll take a fucking tackle from...
Yeah.
Like they'll be... Rutgers.
Yeah.
They'll take the UConn left tackle from last year.
Yeah.
Full knowing that UConn didn't play football. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna get a player from a team that didn't play football last year.
That team that sat out this year, they're gonna draft someone from there. That is 1,000% a Bill Belichick.
And it'll be an
move.
Undersized something.
Yeah. It'll be a guy that's too small to play linebacker, but too slow to be a safety. And they'll just throw him out there on defense and let him get chewed up. We'll get his ass handed to him every fucking
Sounds
Sunday.
like Jordan Richards.
Yep, that's what they're gonna do. So, did you have anything else? Like, did you say who you thought they were gonna take?
No, because I'm not. I'm just, dude. It's like 4 days into this thing. We don't even know who's declared yet.
Yeah.
So once we know who's declared and once it gets closer to the draft, I don't know what they're doing about a combine this year.
Yeah.
Once we start getting like actual fucking names, I'll play the draft game, but
right.
I'm not doing that shit now.
All right. So my final thought is, admittedly, I haven't watched it, but I'm saying that I'm going to refuse to watch it. I also didn't know it existed, but there's a Tiger Woods documentary that apparently just came out, and the guys at Foreplay Pod were ripping on it, and Riggs has said that he is boycotting it and he wants nothing to do with it because apparently the reviews that have come out have said that it's all over the place. It does not focus on the highlights of his actual career, and it focuses on this is a quote from the article that I read. It focuses on the salacious aspects of Tiger Woods' life, and it highlights those over his actual golf accomplishments. So to that, I say unpolitely or impolitely, you can go fuck yourself. I will not be watching your Tiger Woods documentary if all you're going to do is try and tell me that he's a bad person, because I don't give a fuck. He probably is a bad guy. I don't care. But
it's okay.
He's the greatest golfer of all time.
I don't need Tiger Woods to be a good guy.
No, exactly. He's not my role model.
He's my
he's my favorite golfer.
It's funny when you say that. Yeah, I'm not like. Actually, you know what? I would love to fucking follow in his footsteps and like relive his life, because he's worth $1 billion fucking dollars.
Yes, exactly.
And if I'm reliving it, okay, so I'm not gonna take the fucking drugs and fucking fuck Perkins waitresses or whatever the fuck it was, whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll take the successful part.
Yeah, but I guess
I'll do the part where he transformed the game of golf more than anybody else ever.
According to the guys at Barstool and also the article that they posted, it really does a disservice on his career, and it focuses more on the downside of everything that happened. And they said that they shoed in the Tour Championship victory and the Masters last year, well, I guess technically 2 years ago now. They like shoot it in at the very end of the movie, like as credits were rolling, like that. They just like put it like, oh yeah, by the way, and he was because it like what I had read, it said he was pretty much done and out of golf, but oh by the way, he won the Tour Championship in 2018 and then won the Masters in 2019, and then it's like, pretty convenient narrative, and then roll credits.
So that's the exact take from people who don't watch golf and are just bitter towards Tiger Woods for being popular.
Yes.
And I'm going to profile for a second because this is my fucking podcast and I get to fucking do that if I want to.
Damn fucking
There's
straight.
a lot of women who don't watch golf.
Yeah.
Who really, really don't like Tiger Woods. Like, I don't know about him. It's just, he's not that great of a guy.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about him.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
I know a lot about him, and I would still consider myself to know nothing about him.
Right.
Did what he did, according to everything we know, fucked up? Yes.
Yeah.
People fuck up.
Yeah.
To what extent? I don't know. His is public.
Yeah. I mean,
because theoretically, if all he did was cheat, there are people out there that do significantly worse things to women.
Correct.
Way worse things.
Yep.
So.
And get away with it and have zero repercussions.
Right.
Like Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt.
Well, Tyreek Hill especially. That was to his son.
Yeah.
That's children.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just
Hunt,
one.
All those guys. Like, again, it doesn't matter.
So I said it to profile specifically because obviously, like, I'm a fucking big Tiger fan. So at the gym, you hear it's like, oh, I don't know about him. He's just not a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right though. It's always middle-aged women. Like, oh, I don't know about Tiger. He's the greatest fucking golfer of all time. Like, you don't have to like the guy.
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna go to him for fucking marriage advice.
Right. It's like Tom Brady. Tom Brady's kind of a huge fucking cunt.
Yeah.
And we soured on him last year. We talked about it on the show. It's on the airwaves. Go back, roll tape. But, like, you don't have to like the guy to admit that he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, Peyton Manning teabagged an athletic trainer at the University of Tennessee.
Right. He also had his wife order HGH so that he could pin it on her. Like, if he ever got caught. Like, I just assume
most of these people aren't good people.
Exactly. I was just gonna say I assume that none of these people are good people.
Find good people.
Like, you know who's a good person, and I only know this because he plays for the Patriots, is Matt Slater. Like, Matt Slater is probably a good person. Like, outside of that, like, I don't know. Like, Aaron Hernandez fucking killed people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know. Tom Brady tries to sell fake supplements.
And I think like the whole like this week so far on Felger Mavs is like illustrated this point perfectly. Is there are no sacred cows.
Yes.
Exactly. There are no sacred cows.
Yeah.
Like, you look at, like, Brady, Chara, there are no sacred cows. It's fine. Like, if you can't play or you're a shitbag, it's fine. If you did your job well,
right,
you're going to get recognized for it.
Yeah. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know, like, I don't know. It's the whole argument that you're not able to separate the person from the actions. You know, and I say it all the time. Like, you're allowed to hate Michael Jackson for what he did to children, allegedly, and at the same time love his music. That's okay. You're allowed to do that. You know what I mean?
Say the same thing about R. Kelly.
Yeah, you can say the exact same thing about R. Kelly.
What's up, Matt?
Yeah. You're allowed to absolutely hate the things that he's done, but enjoy his music. Sure, why not? Go right ahead. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, when people can't separate, like, the whole Tiger thing, it just aggravates
it's all right.
me.
You can't win anyway.
Yeah. I'm just an asshole anyway. Whatever.
That's all I am.
Yeah. All right. Well. Speaking of assholes and sports and betting, make sure you go to mybookie.com and sign up using our promo code SarcasmPod. That is going to get you a 50% match on your first deposit, up to $1,000 there, and then it's also they'll throw in a $20 free play on top of that. So that's mybookie.com, promo code SarcasmPod over there. Shout out to those guys. They took a bunch of my money today because I tailed Ian McMillan.
He's cold.
Yep. And I think he went 0 for 4 today. So
he's on a cold streak.
So he and I both lost units today on college basketball. So, the second I decide to fade McMillan too, he's going to go 4-0 or 5-0.
Because he was actually 2-2, 0.06 up.
Yeah. Oh, so I went 2-2 today then. So yeah, that's mybookie.com. Big ups to those guys for sometimes taking my money. Thank you for watching wherever you're at on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. Give us a like. Give us a shout. Maybe write a comment. Maybe share your thoughts. Whatever you want to do. Thank you for listening wherever you're at, too. Subscribe over there. If you're on Apple, if you're listening on an Apple Podcast, head on over to the iTunes store. Give us 5 stars. Write us a review. It helps our visibility and all those the power rankings and all that stuff. You can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Our Twitter is Sarcasm_Speaks. And our Facebook page is just Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time.
Buy a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Buy a t-shirt too. On our Sarcasm Speaks Pod on Instagram. Go to our merchandise store and buy a t-shirt or a phone cover or an apron or a throw pillow or a clock, because all of those things exist on our store. You can get our stuff however you would like it. So yeah. And that's our Celebrity Death Pool episode too. Good night. Stay alive. We're done.